Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day to all of you. So today we want to discuss a tutorials when we want to solve a limit of a function, and then we want to solving using analytically. Okay, so in order to solve using analytically, we can solve by using substitution direct. Okay, means that you substitute direct the value of x, and then we can get the answer. But what happen if you substitute directly, you get the value 0 divided by 0. So this one we call it as indeterminate form. Okay, so this one indeterminate form. If we get the answer in terms of determinate form, we can solve using whether we want to factor or times conjugate. Okay, factorization when we have polynomial, okay, and then times conjugate when we have the function in terms of square root. Okay, now looks on the question 3a. Question 3a, we want to solve analytically for a function limit x approaches to -6, x squared minus 36 divided by x plus 6. When we substitute directly, we can get 0 divided by 0. Since your answer is 0 divided by 0, which is indeterminate form, so we must solve whether factorizations or times by conjugate. Okay, since this one not involved in terms of trigo. If your function involved in terms of trigo, we can use trigonometric identity. So for this one, we can solve using factorization because your function involved in terms of polynomial function. So this one we can factorize by limit x approaches to -6, factorize on the numerator, which is x minus 6 and x plus 6 divided by x plus 6. So this value we can simplify, so we can get limit x approaches to -6, x minus 6. So we substitute -6 here, so we can get -6 minus -6 equal to -12. Remember, when your function still involved in terms of x, so you must write the limit. It's compulsory. But here, not involved anymore in terms of x, so no need to write in terms of limit. Okay, next, question B. Question B, we have limit x approaches to 5 for function square root of x plus 11 minus 4 divided by x minus 5. So also same thing here, when you substitute directly x with 5, you can get 0 divided by 0. Okay, so this is indeterminate form. Since your function involved in terms of square root, so you must times by conjugate. So limit x approaches to 5 square root of x plus 11 minus 4 divided by x minus 5 times by conjugate. So this one is square root of x plus 11 plus 4 divided by square root of x plus 11 plus 4. Okay, this one, since the conjugate here -4, so it's become +4. So also same thing, +4. Okay, since your conjugate places at the numerator, upside. So you only expand on the upside. Your denominator no need to expand because we want to simplify with this value. So it's become limit x approaches to 5. Since this one involved in terms of conjugate, so we can expand directly. So we can get x plus 11 minus 16 divided by x minus 5 times by square root of x plus 11 plus 4. So this one, when we solve on the upside here, you can get x minus 5. So x minus 5, we can simplify. So we can get limit x approaches to 5, 1 divided by square root of x plus 11 plus 4. So when we substitute x with 5 here, we can get 1 over 8. So that is the answer. Okay, for question C, limit x approaches to 2 for square root 2 minus square root x divided by 2 minus x. Also same thing. When we substitute directly, we get 0 divided by 0. So this one is intermediate form. So since involved in terms of square root, we times by conjugate. So we can get limit x approaches to 2 square root 2 minus square root x divided by 2 minus x times by conjugate square root 2 plus square root x divided by square root 2 plus square root x. So when you expand that one, you can get limit x approaches to 2. Expand on the numerator only because your conjugate is places at your numerator. So you can get 2 minus x divided by 2 minus x times by square root 2 plus square root x. So this one we can simplify. So you can get limit x approaches to 2, 1 divided by square root 2 plus square root x. So when you solve this one, you can get 1 over 2 square root 2. So that is the answer for question C. Okay, for question D, limit x approaches to negative 3, x squared plus 6x plus 9 divided by x plus 3. Also, same thing, when you substitute negative 3 at x value, you get 0 divided by 0. So this one is indeterminate forms. So you need factorize or times by conjugate because you involved in terms of polynomial function. So you need to factorize. So limit x approaches to negative 3, factorize the upper value. So x plus 3 here, so become x 3 plus 3 plus 3. You can simplify here. Okay, so you can get limit x approaches to negative 3, x plus 3, substitute negative 3 here, you can get 0. That one for question D. For question E, also same thing, when you substitute 4 at x value, you can get 0 divided by 0. So this one we can solve by times conjugate. So you can get limit x approaches to 4, x minus 2 divided by 1 minus 4 over x times by conjugate here is x plus 2 divided by x plus 2. So solving this one, you can get limit x approaches to 4. So x minus 4 divided by 1 minus 4 over x square root x plus 2. So this one, you need to factorize this part, okay, because we want to simplify with x minus 4. When you factorize that one, we can get limit x approaches to 4, x minus 4 on the upper side. Okay, so this one is 1 over x times by x minus 4, so square root of x plus 2. So you can simplify this one. Since this one is x, x goes upside, so you can get limit x approaches to 4, x divided by square root of x plus 2. So when you substitute 4 with x, so you can get 1. Okay, and then question F, also same thing. When you substitute x with 4, you can get 0 divided by 0. So this one we can factorize, which is you can get limit x approaches to 4. Okay, factorize on the upper side, you can get 2 times 4 minus x divided by x plus 3 times by x minus 4. Okay, so since this one on the upper side is 4 minus x, we can change that one by factorize with negative outside here. So we can get negative 2 x minus 4, because when you expand this one, you can get 4 minus x. So x plus 3 divided by x minus 4. So this one we can simplify. So limit x approaches to 4, negative 2 divided by x plus 3. Okay, so your final answer become negative 2 over 7. Okay, question G also same thing. If you substitute directly, you can get 0 divided by 0. So since your function involves square root, so you must times by conjugate. Limit x approaches to 0, square root of x squared plus 16 minus 4 divided by x times by conjugate x squared plus 16 plus 4 divided by x squared plus 16 plus 4. So when you expand that one, you can get limit x approaches to 0, x squared plus 16 minus 16 divided by x times by square root of x squared plus 16 plus 4. So this one we can simplify. So x squared at the upper side, simplify here, and then substitute with 0, and then this value 0. So you can get 0 divided by 8. So equal to 0. So that is the answer for question G. Now for question H, also a same thing. Okay, for question H, this one when you substitute directly, you can get 0 divided by 0, but here you must factorize. So this one we can factorize first. Put on one side, factorize using long division, which is x plus 2 square root x cubed. X square we don't have any value, so we put 0x square plus 0x plus 8. Okay, so x square here we can get x cubed plus 2x square minus here, down here become negative 2x square plus 0x, and then minus 2x. Okay, so this one we can get minus 2x square minus 4 here, sorry, here is minus 4x. Okay, and then here is minus down here, so become 4x plus 8, and then plus 4 here, 4x plus 8, so done here. So your limit become limit x approaches to -2, x plus 2 times by x squared minus 2x plus 4 divided by x plus 2. So you can simplify x plus 2 here and then substitute that one. You can get only x approaches to -2, x squared minus 2x plus 4, and then when you substitute with x with -2, you can get 12. So that is the answer for question H. Now looks on question I. Okay, this question I is involved in term 3 parts on the upper side, so we can split this one. It's become limit x approaches to 0 for 4x divided by x plus limit x approaches to 0 square root of x plus 5 minus square root of 5 divided by x. So this one we can simplify. We can get 4 plus, can this one you can times by conjugate, square root of x plus 5 plus square root of 5 divided by square root of x plus 5 plus square root of 5 here. You can expand that one. You can get limit x approaches to 0, x plus 5 minus 5 divided by x times by square root of x plus 5 plus square root of 5. So this one you can simplify here, and then x you can simplify. So when you substitute 0 at x value, you can get 4 plus 1 over 2 square root of 5. So that is the answer for question I. Okay, that's all. Thank you.